Good Lord, I can barely pick this one up. Oh, God. That's for sure the heaviest unboxing that I've slammed on the table thus far. This is a fun one because this is the unboxing of the relaunch of the Mugs 2 and the SLUGGs. So there's a little bit teaser previously about one of the prototypes of the SLUGGs, but I think this is the final version. And so if you don't know what the Mugs are, we designed this with Goral like 3 years ago, where I'm like out of breath from carrying those stupid boxes. We started with, they had a series called Will It Shoe on their YouTube channel where they take random stuff like IKEA bags, basketballs, just random stuff and see if they could turn it into a shoe. It was a really cool series. We'll put links to them below because it's underrated. I wish they should have more views than they actually have. And so I was like, that's cool. I want to like participate in this. Like, how do we do this? Like, let's do a little collaboration. And we're like talking back and forth. And I was like, well, we just posted that UGGs video and it got tons of views and people love it. And honestly, when I was shooting the B-roll out in the park and all those guys were catcalling me. You don't like the UGGs? Aside from that, it was very comfortable. And I was like, okay, I get it. I get why people like UGGs. They're very comfortable. They're super warm. They're really easy to put on and take off. And I was like, I want a pair of manly UGGs. And so I was like, well, let's just do this video. I'll get a free pair of like manly UGGs out of this. We'll see if we can make them into a sneaker style thing. So I went to a vintage military store kind of thing. And so we picked up a vintage bomber jacket that was actually real shearling. I don't think it was a true military one, but it was a old one built after the military style. Boxed that baby up, shipped it across the pond to England, showed up at Goral's factory, made a nice shoe out of it, and it looked pretty not great, but good for a first attempt. It was definitely sneaker shape. It was a little puffy. You could see the shearling popping out everywhere, but it was good enough. I was like, I actually want this. I want to wear this. And I was like, hey, Goral, what are the chances we could just make like these real? Like, what if we just call them Mugs, manly UGGs, make some mugs? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's try it. And so we like just all this random concept that we didn't even strategize. It just kind of happened. We like launched them, and the first batch sold so fast. The second batch sold even faster, and so this is the third batch. And I think the reason they sell so well, and why people like them, is because there's nothing else out there like it. You know, there's really no true wool sneakers or footwear that you can buy for the winter that don't look like UGGs or don't look like the J-Lo boots with the fur. You know, I don't want to see the fur popping out. And so that was the big goal with this, was to make a pair of sneakers that were shearling lined, traditionally made, the highest quality sneaker production in the UK, or at least the most durable with their Blake stitch construction, and make a winter sneaker that's actually warm, that is dependable and reliable, that doesn't look like you're wearing a pair of shearling shoes. Because wool is one of the coolest materials of all time. It's up there with leather because, you know, leather is one of these products where over millions and millions of years, nature has developed the perfect material to wrap these flesh bags in. You know, it is the actual bag. Has to be flexible, has to be durable, has to stretch, has to be puncture resistant. Like, skin is a wonder of evolution. As a small business, how do we justify as deep of a discount as 30% off for our scratch and dent sell? Well, let me show you how we're able to do that, how it really helps us reduce our waste. Because we've got bins and bins full of scraps that look just like these scraps, where you've got some over dye, you got some barbed wire scars, and usually we'd have to completely throw away a piece just like this. Because you can see you've got some like a brand there, you got some barbed wire scars, but because this is still perfectly sound structurally, the leather's perfectly fine, it's just cosmetically flawed, we can now cut pieces out of that. Where now you've just got a little bit of that brand in there, it's not so far into the brand where it's really cut deep, and you have just a few character marks from the barbed wire scars. And to me, I like this more. You know, it shows the history of the leather, it helps us reduce our waste. You're actually reminded it's an animal's skin that turned into leather so that you can wear a harness that happened to be in the Tornado movie this year. So if you want 30% off our products, get them while they last, because we're just limited on supply because they all comes from our scratch and dent piles. And check it out below, 30% off. And so when you're trying to make like, oh, I want shoes that are flexible, breathable. This is all the features of and benefits of skin. That's why leather has been the most popular material for footwear since the dawn of man taking some brains from an animal, stewing it up, and brain tanning leather. Because I believe brain tanning was the very first one, or first style ever invented. And long-winded on that, but wool is right there up there. It's been I don't know how long sheep have been around, so as a guess, millions of years, hundreds of thousands of years, I don't know, however long sheep have been around with wool on their bodies. It's up there with the coolest materials because it can get wet, it doesn't even feel wet. Its insulating factors is like almost unbeatable even with modern synthetics. It's extremely durable. Those fibers don't break down like synthetic fibers. They retain, I think it doesn't feel wet until like 30% saturation, and they retain their insulating factor up to like 60% of moisture absorption of the wool. And has natural lanolin in it. So that's almost like, lanolin's crazy because it's just the natural like grease that sheep emit to clean their fur, and it makes so the wool doesn't like mat up too much. And lanolin,
like sheep's wool,
is like one of the best conditioners of leather, but it's also easily the best conditioner for wool, and it like naturally has it in it. And so not only do you get this crazy fiber that's almost better than any natural or modern synthetic fiber, and it's attached to leather, which is nature's perfect material to wrap meat bags in, or the bag to wrap the meat in, and then it also has lanolin in it. And so I just love wool. It's just a cool material, but it is definitely like, when I think wool stuff, or like shearling stuff especially, I do think Uggs. I think those shearling, like rich lady, like Park City ladies, you know what I'm talking about? Like the wool, like big coats that are super expensive. There's the shearling ones. I don't think about like stylish men, and that's why I like the mugs. Like, it was a really cool concept. It worked really well. They look really cool. They sell really well. So that's why we're relaunching them. We didn't really adjust the design too much. So I think it's enough rambling. But I wanted to express my love of wool and leather because I hardly get to do it, and it's fun to geek out about my favorite stuff with what we do, which is a lot of times the natural materials that outwork the vast majority of modern synthetic materials. It's so fun. I love it. Okay, we got the random box of knives that Brandon sent to us. Do a random pull. Ooh, a little Kershaw knife. This is actually the knife that someone left at the climbing crag that I picked up from the climbing crag and have had it. This is like the longest lasting knife I've ever had. Somehow. I removed this little lock feature because it drives me nuts. I'm like, I'm good. I'll just risk it. And this is the knife I usually put in, or I used to usually put in my drifters. Oh, actually, just humor me for 30 seconds. Oh, hello, little baby. I think it's cool. So I just want to show you. This is the boot pocket kit we sell. We usually send it with some of these. We for sure send it with the drifters and the ND series. It's just like, it works perfectly. It's the right size, fits in there nice. This kind of more angular one fits it really, really well. I just love it. It's so fun. And then this actually ended up looking so sick. Like, for real. I know it's a collaboration and like nobody wants to over promote their stuff, but look how cool it fits perfectly in the window. It fits a little Gerber knife perfectly because these things are cheap. I love them and they're cheap. And it just fits perfectly. It fits in the window. You don't feel it because of how stretchy that leather is. Because these, by the time you're watching this, these aren't even for sale. But yeah, it's cool. Enough geeking out. People are here to see stuff unboxed. I think, anyway. It's not like these videos get millions of views anyway. You know, most of these, if we're being honest, we don't make money on. They actually cost us money. But they're fun, and sometimes you gotta invest in stuff you love, regardless of if they make you money or not. So, what do we have? 2 boxes for this first box. I don't even really remember what's actually in here. I think there's 3 separate things. I think there's the SLUGGs, slipper Uggs. We didn't even talk about it. We'll talk about it later. Slugs, I think there's mugs, and there's a little something special with one of the pairs of mugs. What's it gonna be? All right, here we go. Oh, sorry, Toasty. Scared him. Ooh. Oh, I know what this one is. We're gonna wait for this one. This is yeah. This is the surprise one. Let's just double check this one. This is my favorite thing, by the way, so I appreciate you guys supporting it. This is easily my most favorite thing to do with this channel and all footwear. It's so fun. Toasty found the box. Yep. Okay, we gotta save that one. It only makes sense if we unbox the other ones first. It'll make sense. Don't worry. Oh, this is the heavier one. Still do the Kershaw. Oh, they labeled them. I'm so excited about these. I think you guys are gonna really like what we did with the mugs this year. So I think these are all slugs, maybe. Okay, we're to the slugs now. So I don't think we're gonna unbox the regular pair of mugs. So if you want to see that unboxing, go watch the old video because today we got slugs. Those are so sick. Look at that. So there's one style of Uggs that have been really popular lately. And once again, I was like, I want those, but I don't want to look like I'm wearing girl slides or girls like slippers, slugs, you get the point. Like this, see this? This thing is so comfy. We got a video coming out about this and we tried to make the refined, more manly version of this, you know, more rugged, more just refined design, less of this big chunky stitches and everything. And I think they turned out so good. It's a very simple pattern, just like bare minimum what you need to make this work. And this is the first time I've seen it in person, and these look so sick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want this. I want to be able to put around in this, slip it on, be cozy in my apartment, run down to the car, even like wear them throughout the day. Something super comfy. But I don't want it to look like this. I want it to look like this. And I want it to be traditionally made. I want it to be, you know, that classic Goral Blake stitched lasting board and the sidewall stitch with that, what are they called? Oh, Merrimack. Merrimack, I'm pretty sure Merrimack does this. And then obviously the Chrome XL from Horween and that shearling that we've used on all the various mugs. These are so sick. We're gonna have to do this in two unboxing parts because I'm already 20 minutes in. And we're not doing very many of these. We're doing a really, really small batch of these. So if you want these, you gotta be especially ready. I don't have an official number yet, but it's probably gonna be 1 to 200. So if you want one, get prepared. Okay. See the other colors of the slugs. Ooh, all black. Yeah. This is such a clean design too. I really like how this turned out. Very like minimal, but clearly intentionally designed. I love it. I love it. I don't care. These are the most fun unboxing. It's getting like open up stuff that you've helped design. It's so fun. What color is this? Ooh, that actually looks really nice. I said every single one. Ooh, that looks nice. Ooh, that looks nice. That's pretty classy. I love natural Chrome XL. That's why in the Smugs, not the mugs, not the slugs, but the Smugs, the sneakers made using good shit. This natural Chrome XL is my favorite color, and I think it was one of the top sellers too because it just is a really beautiful leather. It ages beautifully, nice warm tones. Okay, last one. Must be green. I don't even know if we're doing it. I think it's green. Ooh, that is actually surprisingly, once again, wow, good looking. I love it. I want it. But this, I actually really like the green on green, right? Like the green SLUGGs and mugs sold really, really well. People like this green, and I get it, because it's kind of a foresty, like deep green without being too dark and not too like green screen green. You know, it's not flashy, it's just very subtle. And with the gum color outsole, you know, it kind of shades in that color because of that cross section of leather. That's so cool. Okay, let's try them on, because I'm already 20 minutes in on this recording. So we're gonna have to do the secret unboxing in the next video. I ran out of time. Okay, let's try them on. What am I wearing? Obviously, the Russell Mocks. I love these things. I don't go on a tangent. Love them. Okay. I don't even know what size these are, but I'm assuming these are gonna fit just like your pair of mugs. Ooh. That's like putting your foot in a jar of that like marshmallow whip, you know, like I don't even know if they make it anymore. It was like almost like a peanut butter consistency. That's what it feels like. Ooh, that is nice. Let's try this one on the other foot. And like I said, we're only going to do a small batch of these. And if there's more interest, we'll relaunch them in higher quantities. But this was mostly just like we just wanted to do it. You know, it's cool, it's fun. It's like a more manly counterpart to like this really popular one. Dang, these are comfy. Like very like almost like modern design, especially for footwear. Super clean lines. Cool. Okay. Oh, I have the size on the bottom. So we'll have a size. This is size 10. It felt a little bit snug, so we'll clarify everything when we do the sizing video before the launch. Cause I didn't even tell you when they launch. I'm so excited about these little guys. The SLUGGs and the mugs launch on August 22nd. And so the week leading up, you're gonna get all the information you need if you're signed up for the limited edition email list. So we're gonna send you your sizing information, all the specs, just a little how to wear, some like exclusive content we only send to the email list, and then you get early access. Usually between 6 and 4 hours early access, so you can guarantee that you'll at least have as high of a chance of getting a pair of these as possible. We just have no idea. We have no idea how well or bad something's gonna sell until we launch it, but pretty much across the board, everything's sold really well. And so with lower quantities, you might want to just get ready to push that button, put your size in, get the order in. And thanks for watching this. This is, I say every single one of these videos, but it's so fun to do. It's like a dream come true. Someone that loves doing product design, being able to work with so many cool companies, making so many cool and unique things, even if it's called SLUGGs, you know? So it's so fun. So thank you guys for all your support and watching these videos, supporting the main channel, our handmade leather goods, especially the collaborations. So thank you. See ya. And the second half's coming out soon. So, and yeah, you guys are gonna love this, the second unboxing. So stay tuned.